Hello, it's Friday, which means it's time for another episode of the 5 Minute Fix. We made it. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not in Milan. Bit jealous.
This beautiful Milanese background I have.
Suitably chic backdrop, I would say. Yeah, I've still got my incredibly British gold frame of flowers.
I think I know you like your four frames, but I'm already becoming bored of it. I think you need to mix it up a bit.
Maybe I'll start rotating them and see. Yeah, just see if you notice.
How's your week been? Mine's been fine, I suppose.
It's been great. Yeah, it's been a good week, and I think this week has kind of led to what we were going to talk about today, which is, I don't know, we've all been sort of feeling this, but there's an assault of content, right? It only gets worse. The more you open the can, the more the worms fly out, and you just go, oh, there's another thing I should be reading or consuming. I just think, and I think there's something interesting coming on now about quality content versus just volume of content. There has been such a push, and I know we've already spoke a couple of weeks ago about ChatGPT. AI is only going to give people an excuse to produce even more content. And as a consumer here, and then obviously how we work as an agency is fed by that, I am starting to feel a bit like, okay, I'll try and read and consume all of this every day and then do what work? You know, it's like just incredible. I know the media, the classic media, is coming in rightly for a lot of flack at the moment. But at least, you know, just turning on the BBC News in the morning was this one place you could just pick up a snapshot. Now I feel I have to swap between 15, 18 things. And as king of video himself, I thought it'd be a bit of fun to get your take on that as well.
Well, we talked about this earlier in the week because of podcasts, right?
Yeah.
The very thing we're doing now, you know, we are just adding to the noise by putting our bullshit onto video and you know, constantly publishing it. And yeah, it's obviously been a topic for ages that there has been so much noise. Everybody's now a publisher. Every individual's now a publisher with the channels, free channels, ready, disposable to be able to use. And I love consuming content, but I find myself almost getting anxiety about, oh God, I missed that one, I've got to do that one. And actually, in a weird way, I'm finding half my job is trying to manage my media consumption, which is mental, which is crazy. So I've been sort of trying to work out what times of the day should I consume some content and other, and it's just becoming a bit crazy. But I think this has led me, especially with video, to think. And actually, we went to a networking event Tuesday, didn't we? We met a lady there an old school marketer, and you know, we talked to her. A real character, but you know, obviously old school marketing. We told her about UGen, our social content creation platform, and her instant reaction was, I had enough of that. You know, there's too much garbage on social media. Brand communication through social media lenses is just giving too much rubbish. I want agencies to be able to create excellent content. And my instant reaction was, old school marketer. But you and I have thought about it since, right? And we've sort of, you know, I think with what we mentioned about the noise, as well as the we've been refocusing a little bit on the quality video content we create for clients, that top line content, and thinking, well, actually, maybe there is what we're sort of calling, you know, the return of quality video. Now, that's obviously there's quality video everywhere, but I think in our mindset, we're starting to think, does there now need to be a shift away from constant content coming in to being much more curated and much more particular about the quality of video content that we're putting out for brands?
Yeah, making outstanding content. Oh, you're right. So a couple of things occurred to me as you were just running through that. One of them is our response to the adding to the noise is to try and keep this around 5 minutes, which we've already missed, but it's never that long, right? As opposed to so many of these podcasts ramble on for 2 hours and you could condense it. And so there's something about when you've got something to say, try and say that, point one. But the other thing is, absolutely, as a business, we have started saying no to more clients, trying to focus on doing absolutely, throwing the whole team and everything at a particular project to push even harder for excellence, which is not to say that we weren't scrambling for that with social, but if you are going to produce 5 videos a week for multiple clients, not every single one of those videos is going to be as hard fought and hard made as Blue Planet from David Attenborough. It takes whatever 5 years to create. Those are the sort of two extreme ends. And yeah, I totally agree. I think that that the consumer is going to appreciate those moments of real quality more and more, and sort of come back to rest in them. Even at the high end, sort of high budget stuff like the endless Netflix series that are all becoming a bit samey now. And every now and again, somebody bothers to make something a bit exceptional. We go, oh, thank God, let's all get involved in this.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah, big time. It's interesting you talk about the high end. Um, I was at a metaverse event. This is why I'm in Milan. I was at a metaverse event yesterday, and the chief innovation officer at Bulgari was there, and he was talking about slightly different media. He was talking about metaverse content, but what he was saying, which sort of struck a chord with me on this theme, is that they are very careful about just putting out anything to make noise because as a luxury brand, they need to protect their tribe. They've built this legacy tribe that depends on quality, that likes luxury quality, and that putting out anything that isn't that is detrimental to their brand. Now, obviously, Bulgari's a prestige brand, but I think I think it's sort of the same for any
I
sort
think
of
I agree. I think
it's the
that
same
rolls
for
out.
any sort of brand. I think you do so much to create a community, a tribe, people that love your brand. You sort of inject the brand into their life and how it relates to them. Really, you sort of need to protect that. And I think now, because there is so much noise, people are more willing to sack you off if you aren't providing stuff that is within the line of what they think your brand's about and how it relates to you, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. The week or the year of doing this. Do you know what? I think it sits really nicely in the macro picture as well. We've had a couple of years through COVID of insane boom. We've had and then the crash to go with it, all these layoffs, all this question, just everybody going back to basics a bit in a nice way. I think I know that it must be difficult for all sorts of people in those situations, and that it's a challenge to this social media, that we all feel the pressure. But actually, there's probably a really lovely moment here where everybody goes, oh yeah, we can actually have calm, quality, great content around us in the
Mm.
same way that our first ever dinner this week that we were hosting was around exactly the same topic, and I feel like everybody who came to that was thinking the same thing. It's like, yeah, I've sat in my room for 2 years being assaulted with content. Why don't I do a little bit less, go out for dinner, have some
Yeah,
quality conversations, slow it down? So maybe that's the theme of the year. And it certainly is for us and the projects we're doing. Well, fly home safe, buddy. Look forward to
thanks, mate.
seeing you bright and early Monday morning. Have a good weekend.